On January 31, 2013, a 21-year-old woman disappeared inside one of Los Angeles' most infamous hotels. Weeks later, she was found in a place investigators had never expected. But before her death, a strange elevator video captured her final known moments and created a mystery the Internet still debates today. Her name was Elisa Lam. Elisa was a 21-year-old Canadian student from Vancouver. She attended the University of British Columbia and, in early 2013, decided to travel alone along the west coast of the United States. Elisa stayed in regular contact with her parents during her trip. According to reports, she called them every day. Her journey eventually brought her to downtown Los Angeles. On January 26, 2013, Elisa checked into the Cecil Hotel. The Cecil already had a dark reputation. Located in downtown Los Angeles, the hotel had been connected to numerous deaths and disturbing incidents over the decades. By 2013, part of the property was marketed under the name Stay on Main. Elisa initially stayed in a shared room. However, after other guests reportedly complained about unusual behavior, she was moved to a private room. Despite this, Elisa continued exploring Los Angeles. On January 31st, she visited the Last bookstore. A manager who spoke with her later remembered Elisa as friendly and outgoing. She bought books and discussed whether the items she purchased would be too heavy to carry while traveling. That same day, Elisa was supposed to check out of the hotel. She never did. When Elisa failed to contact her family, her parents became deeply concerned. Her disappearance was reported to Los Angeles police, and investigators began searching for her. Police searched the Cecil Hotel. Officers went through areas of the building and used search dogs in an attempt to trace Elisa's movements, but there was no sign of her. Then investigators reviewed hotel surveillance footage. What they found would turn Elisa's disappearance into an international mystery. The footage came from an elevator inside the Cecil Hotel. In the video, Elisa enters the elevator and presses several buttons. She waits, but the doors remain open. She then steps into the hallway and looks in both directions. At one point, Elisa appears to hide near the corner of the elevator. She moves in and out of the doorway and looks down the hallway again. Later, she makes unusual hand movements while standing outside the elevator. No other person is clearly visible in the footage. Eventually, Elisa walks away. The elevator doors finally close. On February 13th, police released the video to the public, hoping someone would recognize Elisa or provide information about her disappearance. Instead, the footage exploded across the Internet. Millions of viewers analyzed Elisa's movements. Some believed she was hiding from someone. Others thought she was speaking to a person outside the camera's view. More extreme theories suggested paranormal activity. But investigators still had no confirmed evidence that another person had been inside the hallway with Elisa. Then, on February 19th, the case took a tragic turn. Guests at the Cecil Hotel had reported problems with the water, including low water pressure. A hotel maintenance worker went to inspect the large water tanks located on the roof. Inside one of the tanks, he discovered Elisa Lam. The discovery immediately raised serious questions. How had Elisa reached the roof? How had she entered the water tank? And why had she not been found during the earlier search? Police initially treated the circumstances as suspicious. Investigators examined the possibility of foul play and waited for the results of the autopsy and toxicology tests. But the medical findings did not reveal evidence supporting murder. In June 2013, the Los Angeles County coroner officially ruled Elisa's death an accidental drowning. Bipolar disorder was listed as a significant contributing condition. Elisa had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and had been prescribed several medications. Toxicology findings and later reviews of the case suggested she may not have been taking her medication as prescribed. Investigators considered the possibility that Elisa was experiencing a severe episode that affected her perception and behavior. This could potentially explain the elevator footage. Her unusual movements may not have been evidence that someone was chasing her. Instead, investigators believed her actions could have been connected to her mental state. There was also an important detail about the rooftop water tank. For years, many people claimed the tank's lid had been closed when Elisa was discovered. This fueled theories that someone must have placed her inside and then shut the lid. However, the maintenance worker who found Elisa stated that the hatch was open when he discovered her. Investigators believed Elisa may have reached the roof using the fire escape, climbed the tank's ladder, and entered through the open hatch. Once inside, escaping would have been extremely difficult. No confirmed suspect was identified. No evidence proved that Elisa was murdered, and authorities found no confirmed connection between her death and the supernatural theories that spread online. The official conclusion remains accidental drowning, with her bipolar disorder considered a significant contributing factor. Yet the mystery of Elisa Lam continues to fascinate people around the world. Perhaps it is because of the elevator video. Without that footage, the case might have been remembered as a tragic accident. But those final recorded moments created questions that viewers desperately wanted to answer. Was Elisa afraid of someone? Was she experiencing a mental health episode? Or are there still details about her final hours that will never be fully understood? The official investigation reached its conclusion, but for many people the Elisa Lam mystery still feels unresolved. What do you think happened during Elisa's final hours at the Cecil Hotel? Do you agree with the official conclusion, or do you believe something was missed? Share your opinion in the comments.